This channel by Dragon with 30. As usual, we'll be trying to see the a move of Bitcoin and gold, right, guys? Okay. Hope everyone is doing good, right? Welcome back to the crypto analysis channel by Dragon. All right, as usual. All right, we'll try to see Bitcoin and gold moves, right, guys, together. All right. So, okay, welcome everyone. Just a second. All right, just a second. Let me just check the mic, right? We'll try to see the bigger time frame first and try to see for the scalpings what's happening with the Bitcoin and gold, right, guys? Okay. So far, so cool, guys. Welcome everyone. A little bit late today, but nothing much to worry, right? I was having some work, right? Uh, because of that one, I couldn't join early, right, today. But nothing much to worry. We'll try to see if there is any opportunities flowing around in the Bitcoin and gold, right? Okay. Just a second, guys. All right. Welcome, guys. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Hi. Those who are new in my channel, keep subscribing it, right? So that you guys don't miss my live streaming from Monday to Friday sessions, right, guys? Yeah. And Saturday and Sunday, big things coming in, right? Okay. Big things coming in Friday. Saturday and Sunday sessions, right? Okay, so without wasting time, let's try to figure it out, right? What's happening with the Bitcoin? Loss of crash on the downside, and recently a small pullback on the upper side can be seen. Will this pullback be able to give a little bit push back on the upper side or not? This is the questions for everyone, right? Is it a real pullback, the pushback on the upper side, or it is just a small pullback and it continues towards the downside? What you feel, right, guys? What you feel? What about it? Okay, so on daily time frame, let's try to see daily time frame firstly, right, guys? Okay, we can see the price have crashed all the way from the top to the bottom, right, guys? Okay, so most probably the price, I think it needs to move below this levels, try to take out the people, give more hopes for the shots, right? That's going to be 60,000 to $150. It might like to move below this zone, right, in the coming days. That can be seen, all right. But firstly, a little bit of pullback on the upper side and trying to get back will be a beautiful one so that everyone gets opportunities over there, right? So okay, those who have missed a shot from the top, right? So we have seen that bigger crash from the strand have happened, but no proper retest was done, no pullback, straight drop fall on the downside. That can be seen on the daily time frame on a Bitcoin, right, guys? Yeah. So let's try to observe it horizontal wise and vertical wise, the resistance wise and support wise, right? Okay, so we can see that the price is moving inside this box, right? So this is a small support, that resistance that Bitcoin have created while dropping on the downside, and later on market had created another resistance in this levels, making this resistance as a major one, and the market tried to break out on upper side and never passed the retest on upper side on a daily time frame, right? On a retest phase, it dropped down from middle way only and dropped all the way towards the crash, towards the downside. All right, so we can see that's lots of support being cleared on a downside, whereby the Bitcoin, okay. So meanwhile, okay, Bitcoin, if it happens to on a bigger time frame, guys, in a bigger time frame, all right. So if, in case if it happens to break above this $65,823, that can be a good uh, and if it happens to hold above these levels, that can be a good reversal on the upper side, right? But in fact, if it happens to get a rejection from this level, again, more drop can be seen on a downside, maybe till $58,000 or $57,000 on a downside. That might be expected, right, guys? Yeah. Okay. So that might be expected on a downside. All right. On a bigger time frame, this is what I'm looking for. All right. Okay, guys. This is what I'm looking for on a bigger time frame, and we had another support in this level which was cleared, right? So in case if the Bitcoin happens to clear above these levels, right, at least we can expect the price to move till $65,710 on upper side. Okay, so you observe whether on a daily time frame we are able to move above, try to hold above or not. All right, so at least till these levels we can expect the price to move on upper side and maybe a drop down, right, again to these levels, right, or continuously move on upper side, right. So this is the level whereby I think the market is going to decide whether it is going to give you all the further downside or move on upper side. It's still, I feel that the crash on a downside is not completed yet, right, on a Bitcoin. Okay, so I think the crash is not yet completed. All right, so maybe firstly getting back, pull back to this levels will be a beautiful one on a Bitcoin, right. Okay, so most probably we might like to see a Sunday move on a downside, all right, crashing towards the downside. That might be one possible move, right. So we may not, that may be right or wrong, right, we won't be able to figure it out, right. So nothing much to see on a recent trend in this levels. Okay, so market try to break down from the support and without proper retest, right, it tried to crash you all the towards the downside. All right, so next time it might like to go for the another retest once more time, right, and getting below this levels you might like to get a beautiful shots on a downside. All right, so one shots for a bigger time frame, I will be waiting in this levels for a shots, right. Okay, one shot can be deducted from this levels. For me, once it happens to come down towards the downside, right, I might like to detect one shots on a downside and try to move in the zone, right, maybe 8% towards the downside, right. So this can be one plan for me on towards the downside from the top, right. So let's try to go on a 1 hour time frame and try to see, right. So what the 1 hour time frame we can see is there is a formation of W pattern in this levels, right. Okay, that can be a liquidation drop or liquidations, or that can be a proper uh, that can be a good bull move on upper side for the recent healing of the Bitcoin, a pullback on upper side as well, right. That can be seen, right. This is the resistance that we have broken out and this is the retest it's being done, right. Okay, so for the retest we might like to see the price, okay, if it happens to hold above, right. So we might like to see the price moving at least I'm expecting the price to move to till the zone, right? At least 3% on upper side, pull back, little bit of heel on the Bitcoin, right? So let's try to figure it out, trying to go on a smaller time frame, what's happening in these levels, right? Okay, so Bitcoin have crashed down below these levels, right? Crashed down below these levels, but no proper retest was done. All right, so it crashed down and it's waiting for the retest, right? Once it happens to come down below these levels, I can detect one shots from these levels as well, right? Okay, let's try to go back on a 15 minutes time frame and try to see what's happening with the Bitcoin, right? So exactly formation of W patterns, right? We can see there is a form there in the 15 minutes as well. There is a formations uh, of resistance in this levels, right? So for the Bitcoin to move on upper side, it might like to fill up this level, small one, right? It needs to hold above these levels and try to move on a upper side. So I might like to expect the price to move a little bit on upper side for now. All right, we make sure that while it is like planning on upper side going for the retest, that can be a retest for this levels as well, right? We have our support in this level, it broke out, okay, retest and again try to break out on upper side, came down, broke down, and if the price happens to move below these levels, that can be again a bearish as well, right? So we cannot be totally a bullish or a bearish in this levels. This is such a conditions whereby the market can convert towards the bulls as well as the bears, right? In this levels, when can we say that it's good confident levels to go for the bulls, right? On the upper side, it is creating higher highs, right? Okay, it's higher highs, small drop, big upper side, right? Okay, at the same time we can see that price have been breaking down below the support in this levels on a 5 minutes time frame, right guys? Okay, at the same time it is breaking down below this levels, right? So once it gets through on upper side, right, okay, that can be a good long for us, right? But I have activated one long positions from here only around this zone, right? I'm waiting for the price to break out on upper side, right? Okay, but in fact while coming for the retest, right, if it happens to drop below this levels, that can be converting towards the bearish as well, right guys? Okay, so just be careful whenever you are planning your longs as well as shorts, right? Okay, a little bit late today, but I think it's going to be fine for you all, right? Okay, so we see whether the price is breaking out an upper zone or not in this levels, right? So let's not get faked out in this levels, right? Okay, so if it happens to pass an upper side, that can be good long on upper side and try to trace an upper side. Firstly, this will be the TPs and this will be the $64,985 and above that's going to be $65,682 on upper side, right? Yeah, okay. But let's see whether it breaks down. All right, come back for the pull back. All right, well, coming for the pullback on a downside, we make sure that it's not breaking below this levels, right? Okay, so if it happens to break below this levels and closes below, that can be converting towards the bearish as well, right? Okay, so we wait for the price confirmation in this levels, right? Whether it tries to breaks out on upper side or just crash towards the downside, right? So this can be a pullback, and if it happens to close below these levels, we just wait for the one more retest in this levels, right? Try to go on upper side and get a rejection and closes below these levels. I'm going to open one short positions in this levels, right? Don't get confused, right? For the longs as well as shorts, we are just working on a small price action in these levels, right? Okay. So while getting a rejection from the top, I might like to have a small stop loss in the zone, right? And try to trace towards the downside directly. All right. So that can be one move, right? So we will be observing whether it reacts on upper side or a downside. It have an equal opportunity on upper side as well as a downside. All right. Yeah. So those who are watching me for the first time, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like it, right? So guys, you guys don't miss my live streaming from Monday to Friday sessions, right? Okay, so let's observe it whether it tries to break out on upper side or just get a rejection from this level and try to bring you all the way towards the downside. All right. Okay, so this is the bearish level. Below this is a bearish level, right? We see whether it gets downside, settles below, and get rejection from the top and closes below or not. All right, small price actions. All right, in this level. So let's observe it whether it follows it correctly or not. All right, guys. Okay, so nothing much to worry. All right, so just wait patiently, right, and see which side it tries to react. So if it happens to move on up, break out on upper side, I'll be targeting $65,717. If it breaks down towards the downside, I'll be targeting $60,162 on the downside. All right, so this is the level whereby Bitcoin can move on a downside as well as on upper side. All right. Okay. So let's observe it. All right, guys. Let's observe it. Right. Hi, HR Explainer Hub. Right. Welcome, brother. Welcome. Okay. So just wait for the price to react accordingly. Right now, it is closing below this levels, which is making a bearish move, bearish breakout on a downside. Right. If you try to go back on a 1 minute time frame and try to see, all right, so this is making a bearish move on a downside, and we wait for the last move on our upper side. If it get a rejection from the up and closes below this levels or not. If it closes below this level, we are going to open a short on a downside, right? Okay. If it happens to go up and breaks out on upper side, we are going to open a one long positions, right? Okay, that's going to be our plans, right? For now, I'll let it flow right towards the downside. If it wants to go down, right, I'll just let it flow. I don't want to activate in these levels. Once it finishes the retest, then only I will be able to react accordingly to the market. All right, so whether it drops down or goes up. All right, so let's try to wait for that one. All right. So if it happens to crash down directly, I will let it flow, right? So nothing much to do over there. All right. So I'll be targeting the next. This will be target. We'll hope for the next pullback and try to short from there. All right. Okay. If it doesn't give any pullback on upper side, retest levels on upper side, right? Okay. So let's hope for the retest and the pullback on upper side and try to see which side the market wants to move, right? Okay. What do you think, guys? Crash towards the downside or a little bit of uh, reversal, regain, relief for the Bitcoin? Do you think there will be a relief for Bitcoin a little bit? Market is crashing Bitcoin towards the downside, no relief at all, right? Okay, so this is the level whereby we are observing on a bigger time frame, that is we are following the 1 hour time frame, right? Okay, so if you have missed my explanations, right, we have tried to break out from the candles on upper side trying to create, all right. So make sure that while going on a downside, if it happens to break down below this levels, right, that's going to be again a crash towards the downside, right? Okay, just let's wait for the next move. All right, next move candles that can be towards the downside as well as an upper side, right? Down it will not take a rejection. Down it will not take a rejections. Yeah, maybe, right. So aggressive towards the downside, right? Okay, so market being a very aggressive on the downside, right? Okay. One FPG field. All right. What you think, guys? All right, in this level, what is your view in this level, guys? All right, I'm thinking to just wait for the last rejections, right? If it happens to get rejections and try to close below this levels, I'm going to open a short, right? And if it happens to pass above this levels, right, on upper side, I'm going to open a long position and try to target an upper side, right? Okay, so let's see anyways what the market tries to do in these levels, right? So maybe it continues towards the downside as well, right? Maybe. Okay, we never knows. Just let's wait for the last level of play around in these levels, right? Okay. Market have been aggressively moving in a downside. Recently, we have seen a good candles in this level, a relief candle on upper side, right? In fact, I think most of you might not have caught this one. All right. Okay. So let's hope for our best. Okay, let's wait, have patience, right? A little bit of patience. Okay, let's try to observe it, which side it tries to react. All right. Market hopefully it won't make any triangle formation in this levels. If it forms, then it's going to be so ugly, right, guys? Okay, lots of stop loss is going to be removed. All right, so recently it have been giving you all one directions and trying to move on another directions, right? So if it happens to make you all the triangle formation in this level, it's going to be so dangerous for you all trying to remove that sell for both the longs one and the shorts one, right? Yeah, guys, hopefully, okay, hopefully we don't want that one, all right. But in fact it is in the verge of trying to converge the price in a one direct the triangle formations, which is very ugly in these levels, right? Okay, so we have been seeing that one, all right. So most probably I'm thinking for the longs in this levels, right, if it happens to break out on upper side, right? Okay, so maybe till this levels, right? Okay, and from there I would like to come for the shots, all right, towards the downside, right? Okay, towards the downside from the upper level, right? Mm-hmm. And try to fill up the gap that it have, right? Okay, so anyways, let's try to see what it will try to do in this levels, right? Nothing much we can predict right now, all right. So it can form anyways, right? So we don't have, market can move in any directions, we don't have any clue right now, all right. Trying to break down on a downside for now, all right. Okay, so it looks so dangerous, guys, right? Hopefully, hopefully. So my plan, if it happens to get rejection from here and try to break down below these levels, my shots will get activated, right? In fact, if it happens to get rejection from the down as well, okay, closing below, right, and breaks out on upper side, then this is going to be a TP, upper TPs for me, all right. Okay, so let's wait, all right, guys, let's wait, have patience. Let's try to wait a little bit more, right? Okay. So most probably positively, I'm looking forward on a long side and trying to short from the top, right? Okay, so this is on my plan right now. But in fact, if it happens to fail the first levels only, then it is going to squeeze me, right, guys? Okay, it is going to squeeze my longs firstly, right? And my shots becomes invalid in the second moves, right? Yeah. Let's try to see. All right, let's wait for a while. Down it to not take rejections. All right, let's have patience, right, guys? Okay, nothing much financial advice, guys. Make your own research before you move in, right, guys, so that you guys don't blame me later on. Dragon says buy, Dragon says sell, right? And you keep losing it, right? I don't want to make you all the losers, right? I just wanted to help you to make some dollars from the market, right? But sometimes it might be a stop loss, sometimes it might be a TPs, right? So when you are making TPs, it should be good one. In fact, sometimes it will be like unlucky for you all. It may not be a very good TPs, right? And SL becomes very big, right? Sometimes I know these things happens, right? It's not easy to be said than to be done, right? This is what we call, right, guys? It's not easy to be said than to be done, right? Okay. Let's see whether it breaks out on upper side or not. Okay, right now it tried to close below, right? Small pullback, right? Let's wait, have patience, right? Market is a little bit slow right now. Okay, in fact, nothing much to worry, I guess, right? So let's try to observe in these levels, right? Whether it gets rejection from this level only and try to drops you down or not, all right? Or it needs to go back to these levels, then only I can plan for the shots. If it doesn't goes on upper side, then I won't plan any shots if it happens to get rejection from here only, right, guys? Okay, that means that the move on a downside is very not very long. It just means that it is like for temporary only. The price is getting rejection, it might like to throw you to this levels, right? Small scalping can be detected, in fact, right? But not very good one, right? Yeah, guys. So let's try to wait and see what the market wants to do in these levels, right? Okay, so understand the price levels, right? Price actions in these levels. Price have already broken down on a downside. It just need the one retest and try to close below these levels, all right? These orange levels that I have, right? Then I'm going to open a one shot towards the downside, right? But in fact, rather than closing below these levels, if it happens to get rejection and try to breaks out on upper side, I'll just open one long, add up my normal fund and try to move on upper side with a 3% move on upper side, right? Downside we have 5% move, right? Upper side we have a 3% move. So let's see what it will do in this levels, right? Okay. TMC. All right. Anashman Suri. Hi brother, welcome brother, welcome guys. All right, so let's try to observe in this levels what the market is going to do. All right, in fact, one scalping can be deducted. All right, if it happens to go get a rejection from these levels, right? Very small. I cannot go for very long towards the downside, short towards the downside. I can detect very shots, all right, in the scalping, all right, till this levels. So small scalping can be taken till this levels, right? In fact, if it happens to get rejection from this levels only, all right, but we requires a bigger retest from the top, right, for my bigger target on a downside, then it will be a beautiful one, right? Okay, so let's try to observe it in this levels, right? So whether the market is going to push on upper side or not, all right. In fact, I'm expecting some reversal in upper side, right, from the daytime only. All right. So I was taking one longs, one shots, I guess most probably today, right? Which the market was faking us out, right? I was taking one shot in this level, which provided very small profit, that is 0.92% on DNR. Okay, lovely guys, lovely. So far so cool. hmm XLM, I was trying to open one long from these levels, right, on upper side. Yesterday, Zibot reminded me about the XLM. I was just trying to analyze that one as well. Anyone wants me to check on a gold, let me know, right, guys? Okay, gold. Anyone wants me to check on gold, let me know, right? Mm-hmm. Gold, nice reversal on upper side, right? Gold, those who are interested in gold, guys, this is for you all, right? Okay. Gold have tried to break down from this level on a 4 hours time frame. Okay, if it moves below this level, it's going to crash towards the downside, right? Okay, at the same time, you have one support in this level which the market tries to break out. Okay, okay, break out towards downside, one retest, second retest will be done, and third retest, I guess it is going to give you a big downside move, right, guys? At the same time, gold have created one resistance in this level, try to break out from there, right, on upper side, one retest, second retest is being traced, right, in this level. All right. I feel like gold is going to crash on a downside. Okay, let's try to trace on a 1 hour time frame, right? So it needs to retest this level once more time, right? So next time for the gold, I'll let it flow all the way on upper side, right? I will let it flow maybe till this level on upper side. In fact, if it happens to close below this levels, right, comes back and close below this levels, I'm going to take one short positions, right, on a gold, right? Okay, and try to take a little bit towards the downside. All right, on a 1 hour time frame. Okay, nothing much financial advice on, guys. All right, okay, I'll let it flow because long you cannot do it right now because you have missed the long, right, from this level. Okay, so most probably on a shorter side. Okay, once if it happens to liquidate this levels, try to invite the long once more time, right, and try to come below this level. I will try to trace one liquidation towards the downside. That might be a very low towards downside as well. All right, so for the scalpers, okay, let's try to observe the 5 minutes time frame, right? No breakdown on a downside is given right now, okay, which means price is aggressively planning to move on upper side. Okay, Gold, I think it will try to trace till $4,579 on upper side. Okay, more than that one as well. No breakouts on the downside yet. Observe it if it breaks out on upper side or not. Gold. First TP towards this zone and next an upper side might be detected on gold as well. Okay. Looks aggressive on a long pull back on a gold right now. Okay. On 5 minutes. So this is the level the gold might like to trace it. Okay, from the top. Nothing much financial advice on, guys. Make your own research before you move in, right? BTC trying to break out on our upper side, long positions, right? Okay, one small retest have been done. If it happens to clear above this level, it is going to be very confident on upper side, right? One retest. Okay. Let's see. Okay, lovely, guys. Superb, superb. BT. Okay, lovely. Directly broke out on upper side. Lovely, guys. Lovely. I have a open long position from this level, guys. Okay, so first TP towards this zone, second, third one. Okay, 3% you have on upper side on a BT, right? What's your plan in BTC? BTC, I'm planning till this level on upper side. Then from there, it might like to go a little bit upper side as well, trying to invite the longs ones, right? Okay, then I'll let it flow on upper side. Okay, it might like to go a little bit upper side, right? From there, so later on, maybe on Friday or Saturday only, I think the shorter is going to come in, right? Okay, so it might like to play in this zone for a while, breaking out from this level, right? Okay, so next time when it comes happens to come down below this level, I will try to short it and try to trace on the lower side. Okay, for now I'm planning on longer side because it have directly got a fake out on a shorter ones, and that is a retest that is being done for the shorter one, but it went up and broke out on upper side rather, right? And it tried to create a small pullback pullback, I mean like a retest zone in this level whereby it have holded a pop, right? So we didn't have to get big pullbacks on these levels, right? Okay. We were waiting for the big pullbacks, right? If you have listened to me, right? But it have tried to create a squeeze levels. In this levels the retest was done so small. Okay, let's see. Shorters will come only below this level. All right, sell zone for me. Okay, level of interest for me on a shorter zone for now it's below 63,335 dollars. All right, above this level I will be looking for the long positions only. All right, on upper side. Okay. Let's try to see. So for the BIP, I have already given them a long position, so they didn't have to wait for this retest. All right, I provided from them from a little bit lower side. Okay, so they don't have to wait for the retest. All right, in this levels, those who are in my VIPs, right? So in the daytime only, if it happens to pass above this level, I was looking forward on a long side only temporarily, right? Little bit of relief on upper side. Okay, so this is my level for converting bull and the bears. All right. Gold not able to pass through. Gold is getting a repeated rejection from this level. All right, so if it happens to get a breakdown towards the downside, all right, wait for the breakout towards the upper side. Okay, guys, and accordingly we will try to plan it. While coming for the retest, it shouldn't close us below this levels. All right, if it happens to give you all the good retest on the downside. If it closes below this level, that's going to affect for the long one, right? Let's try to observe this level for the gold as well. Still good. Okay. Nice, nice retest. Small move is given on upper side right till now. 0.78 percentage for the scalpers. Should be getting a rejection from this level and try to move on upper side. Back to our entries again once more time, right, guys? XLM, okay, gold, all right. So you might like to have a little bit if it comes for the retest now, guys. All right. So while coming for the retest, if it happens to pick out the long ones, right, might like to close below this levels and try to go on upper side, but it is good for the long one right now. All right. Okay. Scalpers only, guys. Okay, only scalpers. So if it happens to come for the retest, should come down till this level and try to move on upper side for the bulls one. All right. Let's see what it does. Try to come down, close below this level, try to break out on upper side, right? Excuse me. We don't want fake out. should get a rejection and passed on upper side. Nothing much financial advice, guys. Okay, make your own research before you move in, right, guys? I'm not a certified financial advisor, right? Okay, to advise you all. Small retest is being done as well in this level. If it happens to pass above this level, more confident on a long side. All right. Mm. Okay, on a candle wise price actions. All right, on a gold. On a 1 minute time frame, we can see that one. Let's see whether that breaks out on upper side or not. That confirms us on the long side. All right. Have patience. Let's try to wait a bit long. Right. Patience, patience, patience. Gold tried to break out on upper side, got a rejection from the top, and tried to come for the retest on the downside a little bit right now. Okay, getting a rejection, which is not good. That's not good to rejection. Patience, guys, patience. Break out or break out. Small retest for the gold as well. Okay, let's see what it have for us. Gulabum tamata gingumbe, gulabum tamata gingumbe. Oh. While coming down for the retest, right, it shouldn't close below this level. So it can swap it on a 5 minutes time frame. If it closes below this level 5 minutes, which means that it will throw you almost for a 15 to 30 minutes towards the downside. All right. While coming down, if it happens to come down to this level for a maximum level, this is what I'm showing you. All right. For the long ones, maximum level, it can come down is till this level. All right. Okay. If it happens to break down towards the downside, that will become again bearish, and only the retest and the liquidations you will be trading on upper side, right? Okay. So one retest being done, right? If If it happens to go up and try to break out on upper side, right, that is going to be confident long on a gold, all right, on upper side. Okay, at least you will get some swap on upper side, all right. Okay, only two trades today, one gold, one BT, right? You observe it whether it closes up or not, all right, for the BT and gold. For the gold especially, right? So you might like to have multiple TPs, right? One over here, one in this zone, right? Maximum till that upper side. So for the BT right now, it is going for the bullish, right? So we make sure it is not converting towards the bearish, right? Okay. So if it happens to close below these levels, right, again get a rejection from the top, right? Okay. And if it closes below this one, then that will be a short. Below this level, it is going to bear. Above this level, that is all pull for me. All right. Let's wait. All right. Little bit less energy today. All right. Okay. But nothing much to worry. All right. Little bit less energy today. Okay. Nicely breaking down on the downside. If it closes below these levels, it is going to throw the price a little bit towards the downside. Okay, guys. Okay. So which means that longs ones are getting faked out on the upper side. All right. For the gold. All right. See whether it is closing below. It is closing below right now. All right. It have broken down from the level of the bearish and the bullish, right, in this level, the gold. So it will target these levels and the downside, I guess, most probably. Okay. One is scalping. I think that was a little bit early, right, on a gold. Let's wait. It needs to get one rejection, I guess, and try to push downside. Aggressively going downside. It have given you all the bearish move, okay, but the retest is left on the downside. All right. If it gives directly towards the downside from here, you might like to target these levels, right? Okay. Scalpers, scalpers, if you wanted to take shots, right, guys, if it happens to give you a chance like this and try to break below these levels, right, you might like to get one scalping towards the downside. All right. You observe whether it gets rejection from here or pass above on upper side. Okay. So it's trying to squeeze both the longs and shorts in this levels. Try to be careful. Cold. All right. Okay. So it tried to break out on upper side, but got a rejection from this level and drop you all the way towards the downside. All right. If it happens to get rejection from these levels, you might like to get one scalping on a downside. All right. Till this level, at least you'll be tracing 0.45 percentage on a downside. All right. In this level, BT not able to move upper side or downside. Okay. So for the confirmations, good confirmation above to move above these levels, right? It needs to break out these levels, right? That can push the price towards these levels at least. Okay. If it happens to break out these levels. See whether this gets rejection from this level or not. If it doesn't get rejection, you might not get it. Get rejection from there and close below the candles. That can be scalping towards the downside. Lord lows, Lord lows, Lord lows, Lord lows, right? Gold not going perfectly right now, all right? Not that perfect. Below this level. So. Longs got squeezed over here, retest failed, and tried to come for a bigger retest from the drop, from the downside. All right. And while coming on the downside, it tried to enter into the bearish move, right? Below this one was a bearish move, right? And if it happens to get rejection from here and closes below this levels, you are going to get one short scalping on a downside with a stop loss in this levels, right? Okay. But in fact, if it is never closing below this levels, right, you won't be getting a short positions, right? Invalid shorts will become invalid. Okay. Just wait what will the price do in this levels, right? BT going lovely, right? On upper side. See whether it closes above this levels or not. If it closes above, you might like to see $64,976 on upper side. Mm. Not able to break. Okay, it's breaking. Daughter will come below this levels only. Gold, okay, got a scalping on the downside for the gold, right? Okay, so first TP, second TP, all right. Hopefully it won't fake you out. If you fake you out, you need to have stop loss in this levels, right? Shouldn't be above that level, right? Longs one got faked in this levels, right? Okay, hopefully shorts will also not get faked, huh? You got a setup, okay. Your stop loss should be above this ranges, right? Gold, gold. Hopefully it won't fake you out, huh? BT is going good. Oh, a little bit stressful, guys, today. Those who are watching me for the first time, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, alright, guys, okay? So that you guys don't miss my live streaming from Monday to Friday sessions, right? Okay? Every day I come on a live. Okay, guys, let's try to see what the BT is trying to plan. Gold, gold. Okay, lovely, guys. No fake out on gold. Longs got faked out in this levels, right? Okay, it couldn't pass the confirmation candles on upper side, right? Gold, don't fake out. Scalping only, guys. Entry and exit should be quick one. The gold, all right. One levels, TP1, TP2, all right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Excuse me. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. BT, not very beautiful. Retest on that level. BT is trying to do small retest. Book some profits, right? And try to make your stop losses small, right, guys? Okay, for the BTs. Trying to make small bearish move on the 1 minute time frame. Breakout from the support towards the downside. Retest is left again one more time for the shots. Gold should be moving down from these levels. Okay, so this got faked out one. If you have early entry, your SL might have gone right, guys. This one for the gold. Patience. One bear move given on a 1 minute time frame. Okay, for a small time frame, if it happens to pass this retest, it might like to push the Bitcoin a little bit towards the downside. All right, if it happens to pass this retest on the downside. Right now, that can be a retest for the longs as well as short, right? Price has equal chances of moving up as well as a down, right? But in fact, if it happens to respect the shots, right, goes up, right, and get a rejection from these levels, right, and try to breaks below this one, you might like to see small move on the downside, right? Okay, but that doesn't mean that the price is not moving in upper side. That means that the price is temporarily on a downside for a time being, and it will try to move on a upper side. Okay, in fact, according to the test plans, you will see, all right, either it moves on upper side, gets rejection from this level, or pass through on upper side, right, on the BT. Gold trying to pick you out. Book some profit, move your SL to entry or make it closer, right, guys? It is respecting these levels of the shots. Temporarily, if it closes below these levels, right, temporarily price can throw on a downside. Gold playing you so much, faking out up, faking out down. Hi, hi, Piyush. Hi, hi, brother. Welcome, welcome. Little bit of less energy, guys. I don't have much energy today to speak a lot. All right, I'm running out of energy. In fact, guys, let's observe what will happen. BT going good. Gold is faking out you all a lot. One shot scalping can be seen till this level, first TP and second TP. Okay, let's see whether if it gets faked out, then you will be bashed off, right? But if it gives you the profit, well and good, right, guys? On the gold. The upper side got faked out. Okay, let me let this one. Lovely. BT is going good. TP1 heated, guys. All right. You have rest of the TPs on upper side. One, two more. Right. So almost those who have entered from here, almost 1% done on the scalpings. Book some profits, right, guys? Okay. Those who are scalping it, right? Your target one is 1% is done till now. Gold going good on the shots, right? So only scalping a gold towards the downside. It shouldn't be very long holding on a downside, I guess. Okay, gold. Um, guys. So shots right now invalid. All right. Lovely. Lovely, BT, lovely. Lovely one, guys. Lovely one. Gold also going perfect. BT also going perfect now. All right. Both BT as well as gold. So, okay. Next time BT comes below this levels, try to retest. I can look forward for the shots below this levels as well. Let me mark this one as a blue. All right. Why? Because of the previous one, right? Market tried to break down from this levels, right? It have already created a bearish move, right? L already bearish move, broke down towards the downside, right? So again, retest have been done, right? So bigger retest short removal is happening in this levels, right? For the BT, okay? So once it happens to clear towards the downside below this levels, I can still activate my shots, right? Gold, so far so good. Oh my God. Gold so far so good, right? On the downside, book some profits in this levels, right? And move your stop loss to the entry, right? And let it flow, right? Okay, guys. For BT as well, right? Book some profits, okay? And book some profit, move your SL to the entry. You have already got a good amount of dollars on upper side. For the scalpers, 1.21 percentage interest already. Okay. If it happens to give me one plant from here for the shots, I will take it. All right. Okay. In fact, with the proper price actions, all right. At least till this levels. Right. Gold till now given 0.27% percentage only. Gold swing pullback, right? So for the gold guys, okay, those who are doing on gold, right? Okay, again, if you get a second entry, those who have missed, all right, below this level, once you get below this levels, you can trace it towards downside, all right. In fact, if it happens to go on upper side, if it doesn't goes, then you can move towards the downside only with this setups, all right, till this TPs, all right, okay. In fact, those who have missed, if you wanted to enter it again, right, on gold. All right, guys. So have a good time. A little bit less energy today. All right, because like I was having less hours of sleep because of some work. Right, I cannot keep my 100% over here to analyze the market with you all. All right. Okay, nothing much to worry. Okay, have trust. Do after you get inside the setups, try to minimize your risks as much as possible. Right. Okay, and nothing much to worry. All right, that's good. So if it happens to those who have missed the upper level of scalp, right? This level of scalp, if it doesn't move on upper side, right? Once it clears below this levels, again, you will get one scalping on a downside, right? Okay. In fact, if it happens to clear it out, right? If it doesn't clears, then this is scalp towards the downside will be invalid, all right? You will get a shots from the top, right? Okay. All right. Okay, that's all for today. All right, for the BTs, all right. So if it happens to create a motion below these levels, right? If it happens to give me the setups below these levels, I shall take in, all right? But if it is not, if it is getting a rejection again and again, right? All right. And if it happens to break out on upper side and shift the trend, then again, you will get it on the upper side. All right. Okay. So you need to observe in these levels. You need to have small price action in this level, whether that is breaking down or not. All right, getting rejection or breaking down and trying to settle below these levels or not. All right. Okay. That's all for today. All right. Nothing much. We did it. Right. Hi. Okay, Matty Goss. Okay. Plan accordingly. All right. So book some profits for the PT as well. Don't let it go like that only. Right, guys. Okay. So when the market is giving you profit, why don't you take it, right? So even if it is small or big or whatever it is, right? So you try to take whatever the market is trying to provide you. All right. Either that is very big or very small, whatever it is, right? Okay. So have a good time, guys. I'll see you all tomorrow. All right. I have some work, right? Again. Okay. I need to go over there. All right. Okay. If it happens to close below this levels, you will again get one scalping towards the downside on a gold, right? And try to trace this levels, right? 0.34. Those who have a short from this level, well and good, right? Book some profit, move your SL to the entry and let it flow. If you happens to get again one more move on upper side, you'll get another setups again. All right. So nothing much to worry. All right. For now. Okay. BTC as well as gold, right? So just be calm, la, chill. Okay, guys. Let's observe in these levels, right? So everything will be given in my VIP group. If you are interested, there is a number over there. You can message me, guys. I give you the video explanations with setups, right? Okay. If you are interested, you can join. Nothing financial advice again. All right. Have a good time, guys. Take care. See you all tomorrow. Okay, a little bit early, right? So usually we catch from 11 to 14 UTC, right? So we missed this levels of move, all right? From this levels, right? We have been missing this one, all right? Actually, I come a little bit early, but today a little bit late. It became because of the work, all right? So have a good time. Bye bye. See you all. Take care. Love you all.